All right, guys, we're on the new job we're gonna tear into. Stay tuned, it's gonna be neat. Alright guys, this is a project on Nichols Avenue. It's one of our projects, or one of the families our maintenance crews take care of. And this area right here is a weird area. The grade of the backyard, the whole backyard runs uphill, and they've got a nice patio that somebody else did years ago. But we're going to mitigate this rock issue from it. We're actually going to put AstroTurf in. This is the first time we've ever done AstroTurf, so it's going to be a learning experience for us. And but basically the base production is very similar to doing pavers, which we have done a lot of, and so it should be pretty easy. But like I said, it's the first time we're dealing with it, so we're gonna see how it goes. Right now, me and the guys are working on getting the rock out of here. That was here. It's a whole bunch of mixed up stuff. There's already a paver area, so basically all we gotta do is excavate for the new foundation, which we're gonna bring in some 8910 base and pack it in and get it to grade. And then fortunately we have our small machine back on this job. This thing is worth its weight in gold. We have the fits and fences and gates and stuff like that. So we built this a nice little plywood road, over top the pavers, and that's going to go out the gate. We've got a really long driveway to go down, so we're really saving a lot of time and energy using wheelbarrows. So at this point, we love the MC85 and literally do not do a job without it, and I can't imagine life without it, because that's the way it was before. So we're gonna keep digging and keep getting the rock out. Stay tuned. Alrighty folks, with the artificial turf, there are mainly two very important steps, no matter if it's a small area or a big area. But the first important step is your foundation. Bring a good aggregate in. We only recommend packing 2 inches at a time, bringing it up to a total of 4, and let that be your finished floor elevation. Second of all is drainage. If your area that you're wanting to artificially install turf is going to hold water, or it captures a lot of water, you want to make sure you can get that water out and get it on somewhere. Right there where he's digging, right there is actually the drainage basin, which I was surprised to find. So thankfully we'll be able to grade it all to the center, and it'll still function as a drainage basin just underneath all the artificial turf. So 2 very important steps. If you get those 2 down and make sure you got good drainage and make sure you got good compaction, you'll pretty much be set up for success. Because if you don't get it packed in and you set a piece of furniture or an outdoor furniture on it, you'll just sink in like sand. So 2 very important steps you don't want to forget. I'm good. Yep. One, two, three. Golly.
What, you filming that fish?
Yeah. And this is not carpet. This is not carpet.
No, not at all.
All right, guys, we're back at the artificial turf project here on Nichols Avenue. We had a little hiccup yesterday. The customer originally told us there was a French drain in here. Guys and I got busy getting the existing rock out and found that there is not a French drain, there is a drainage basin. And for you guys that know anything about drainage, they're 2 different things. So we had to rethink our tactic here, because the customer was adamant about keeping the existing grade which was pretty much flush from those paver blocks to the wall here. And I know you guys can't tell on the camera, but the whole backyard's way higher than the lowest point, and obviously we don't want the water running and hitting up against the wall here. So we had to rethink what we were going to do. So we're going to bring our rock in here that we're going to compact, and we're going to grade it to where it's going to fall toward the drainage basin. We're going to put some pea gravel over top of it. Also got an air conditioning drain going in there. So we're going to get the packing rock. Alrighty, as you were just watching us beginning putting the fabric down in there, we're going to continue on right here. It's basically like, it looks like cheesecloth, but it's a basic fabric, and it's used as filtration, let the water through, but it doesn't allow the rock and the dirt to mix together. We also installed in our landscape beds to keep out all the vegetation from growing that's unwanted, and so it basically acts as a weed blocker instead of using herbicide or chemicals or anything like that. So we use a lot of it, so make sure you get some kind of filter fabric down before you put your rock in. Okay, this is basically the last step you have to perform before you start installing your grass, and the pea gravel right there, that's underneath our drainage basin. So now we've elevated our subsurface 4 inches with the base rock in, and Rick was generous enough to lend a hand and then drag the packer around, because that thing moves on its own, and you kind of got to fight it when you're on different grades and elevations and stuff like that. So shout out to Daphne Rental Center in Daphne. If you guys around here need any rental equipment, they carry literally everything, and they hook us up on a weekly basis. So give those guys a call and see what they got for your needs. But he's going to get it finished, packed in, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, quick update on the AstroTurf project. When we first got you going, we were about to start packing the rock in here and getting it to grade. Here it is about, I don't know, 3 hours later. And a lot of moving material, a lot of shoveling later, and a lot of whacker packing. We got it to grade, so we're about to start putting the grass in. We make sure it's all falling toward that pea gravel right there, because underneath that is the drainage basin, like I showed you guys before, and that's what's going to cause all the water to escape out of here, out of a pipe that who knows goes where. And so here we are. I'm gonna get you guys set up and watch us struggle with it. All right, guys, before we start installing it, this stuff is cut to order. You can order it and they'll cut you any size, but it's a minimum of 15-foot width, which is what we're dealing with here. And so we got it unrolled, laying out in the sun, so it heats up a little bit, get a little flexibility out of it. And also, we don't need it this long, obviously. We only need about 16 foot. So since it's all rolled out here, we're going to enjoy it and lay in it like dogs for a second, and then cut it to size.